Bitcoin, it just seems like a scam. I was surprised. With us, it was at 6,000 and much lower. I don't like it because it's another currency competing against the dollar. Essentially, it's a currency competing against the dollar. I want the dollar to be the currency of the world. That's what I've always said.
Donald Trump has had quite the turnaround when it comes to his opinion on crypto, due in no small part to his partner in crime, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick.
The future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in the USA, not driven overseas. I will support the right to self-custody. To the nation's 50 million crypto holders, I say this with your vote. I will keep Elizabeth Warren and her goons away from your Bitcoin. And I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency.
Department of Commerce is going to start issuing its statistics on the blockchain because you are the crypto president, and we are going to put out GDP on the blockchain so people can use the blockchain for data distribution, and then we're going to make that available to the entire government so all of you can do it. We're just ironing out all the details so we can do it.
And inequality as a fundamental worry, I just don't think inequality is going to be the thing that we should worry about.
That guy is Howard Lutnick. You might remember him from season 7, episode 13 of Celebrity Apprentice.
How about 100? All right, that's the game we're playing. I'll take a bid for $100,000 in the front row.
Lutnick has come a long way from bidding $100,000 for a tea date with the Duchess of York. After donating $10 million of his own money and raising over $75 million for Trump, he was just tapped to be Commerce Secretary. And he's also been rewarded with his real cup of tea, leading the team in charge of staffing Trump's government. As CEO of Wall Street behemoth Cantor Fitzgerald, Howard Lutnick oversees a global investment bank with clients involved in nearly every aspect of the US economy, including Bitcoin.
Does Cantor Fitzgerald own Bitcoin? A shed load of Bitcoin.
One of Cantor's most notable clients is the cryptocurrency Tether, which has made headlines for accusations of money laundering, funding terrorist organizations, and violating sanctions. Officials at the Treasury Department have spent months investigating Tether for alleged crimes, including facilitating transactions for Mexican drug cartels and allowing terrorist groups to store and move funds. But that doesn't seem to deter Lutnick from championing it.
And I'm a big fan of the stablecoin called Tether. I hold their treasuries, right? So I keep their treasuries.
And his staffing decisions could heavily impact what happens for Tether under a Trump administration. In transition meetings with lawmakers on Capitol Hill, Lutnick has reportedly brought up the issue of Tether regulation, raising alarm bells that Trump's right-hand man is mixing his work for Trump with personal business interests. And it's not just Tether that's a cause for concern. Lutnick launched a $2 billion crypto financing business that also stands to benefit from a regulatory government that will let the world of crypto run wild.
Last year, a crypto organization crypto company estimated that $154 billion of illicit activity was financed via cryptocurrency. $154 billion last year, and that was a crypto company that made the estimate.
Here's what's crazy about that. So Donald Trump is literally shilling for the product that allows our enemies to avoid our sanctions. Is that what this ultimately?
Yes.
Wild.
It's wild. And to give you an example of how deep the corruption goes, the biggest stablecoin company by far is this company Tether. And Tether, their broker is Cantor Fitzgerald, and Howard Lutnick was the commerce. Yes, that's how, guys, we're talking about.
Through Tether.
Yes.
And who knows what's actually going on, because you said it's synonymous. But is it possible that through Tether, Russian oligarchs are moving oil to, let's make it worse, moving Iranian oil to China in exchange for drones and weapons?
Well, it's not possible. It happened. It does happen. If you can read stories about this.
And Howard Lutnick profits from that.
Or his kids, technically, because he's technically not but come on, what are we talking about? Yeah.
Holy.
Oh, yeah. And then, can we talk about Jeffrey Epstein for a second?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think you're allowed to. Yeah. Was he an early crypto dude? Is that what that was?
Yes.
So his sex trafficking was enabled by that same system.
one can assume, I mean, we don't have evidence of it because, again, pseudonymity of the ledger, and who knows, but what we do know.
And redactions.
But here's what we know. We know in the emails that Epstein was funding something called Bitcoin Core Development, which is the group of programmers, software engineers who maintain Bitcoin's operating system. Yes, there are people behind this supposedly, completely computerized future. So he was funding that through the MIT Media Lab. You remember the MIT Media Lab? There was a blow up some years ago, a big article in the New Yorker. It's like this offshoot of MIT. This guy, Joy Ito, was running, and they had relationships with a lot of very wealthy people, including Bill Gates, and funding various projects. So Epstein was basically funding, keeping the Bitcoin system alive in 2015 at a point when it was kind of languishing. Silk Road had been shut down. There was a lot of fighting. And why would Jeffrey Epstein like crypto? Well, if your main businesses are blackmail and money laundering,
we have buried the lead here, Ben.
I saw about an hour ago, Donald Trump in a press conference said that Howard Lutnick is, quote, a very innocent guy. Donald Trump has asserted many times that he knew nothing of Epstein's crimes. If he doesn't know anything about Epstein's crimes, how can he know for sure that Howard Lutnick is, quote, a very innocent guy? We have questions for him.
The visit you and your family took to Epstein's private island in 2012, and I think you also said you went on his yacht. Is that right? Or boat? No.
No.
Okay.
I didn't say that.
At that time, I think you mentioned that you were accompanied by your wife and kids and nannies. My question is, do you know whether the nanny that you had on that trip was the same nanny that Jeffrey Epstein expressed interest in meeting?
No, I have no idea about that whole thing. I mean, I don't recall it having anything to do with me, and I don't know that.
It's just, this guy was a convicted sex offender, and obviously not a great place for kids and nannies. Was Ghislaine Maxwell on the island at that time?
No.
It's pretty tough to keep up with the absolutely unimaginable amount of grifting and corruption in this administration. Howard Lutnick is operating in an environment where greed is good and crime is legal, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't follow the money and investigate what's going on, if for no other reason than for the hope that one day he'll actually face some sort of punishment. It's so important that this doesn't just become our new normal. These people shouldn't be allowed to go outside without being reminded that, soon enough, their day will come. If you enjoyed that, then make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming a member. So you're probably wondering, why would I do that? Well, when you do that, you get access to bonus content that I make every single week, and it's a lot of fun. You get custom emojis and more. If you join at tier 3, by the way, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself. And you'll get all that going forward, but you'll also unlock years of the back catalog that is literally 100 or more bonus clips and top 10 lists and debates and more. So what are you waiting for?